Fridays, we love to talk about great food with Wini Moranville. And guess what? She got to team up with Jason Park, and they're over in the Wood Harbor kitchen talking about Basque cooking.
Interesting.
Take a look.
Welcome to Great Food. Well, because Spanish cuisine happens to be trending right now, I thought I'd come in and show you how to make one of my favorite Spanish dishes. And I'm going to show Jason how to do this.
Now, you're more of a French food person.
You got that right. I wrote the Bonne Femme cookbook, simple, splendid food that French women cook every day. You can see my well-worn, tattered copy of it because I truly continue to cook out of this.
Sure.
But in my French cookbook is a recipe for Piperade, which is also called Piperade, and it's from the Basque country, which spans Spain and France. We've got a map right there.
There it is.
So you can see that the Basque provinces or the Basque counties basically span both France and Spain. So this is Piperade in French, and it's Piperade in Spanish.
So we've got a little olive oil.
Got olive oil. I always get a really good olive oil because olive oil is a huge flavor part of this dish. I get this at Vom Foss it's that olive oil and vinegar shop on the shops of Roosevelt.
Right.
And this is a Don Carlos Spanish olive oil, and it's very good. It really helps add to the richness of the dish.
Okay.
And we're going to be putting red peppers, green peppers, and onions, which coincidentally is the color of the Basque flag. We have a picture of the Basque flag to show you. Yeah, there it is. Isn't that just like isn't that a
looks
scream?
like a Christmas present.
Well, that's the Basque flag.
Great.
So, this is, I don't know if they'd consider this their national dish, but it is a really well-known dish.
So far, very, very healthy. Olive oil and veggies.
Yep. And we're going to, we cook these about 5 minutes. I'm not going to, cook them all the way for us here, but so you'd cook this for about 5 minutes, and you're going to be adding garlic. But the secret ingredient is a very Basque spice called Piperade. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Piment d'Espelette. I'm sorry. Piment d'Espelette, which is it's a ground chili pepper that has it's heat and sweet, and it's not super hot. It's not like one of those burn your mouth off hot.
It's not just chili powder, but
it is a chili powder.
It is.
But it's a specific kind of chili that isn't super hot. But it's kind of almost got a fruitiness amidst the heat. So it's really complex, and I really love this. And what's interesting is the Basques got this from, of all places, America. Travelers to the New World brought these spices over to the Basque country, and then they grew them, and they become like something they absolutely love. So that's culinary lore. I have a picture of the way they dry these. Yeah, that's a typical Basque house, and you can see that they dry the peppers, that band of peppers. They dry them. They put them out on their houses to dry, and then they crush them.
They're not messing around. Look at all.
Oh, I know. And I tell you something. They put this pepper, this red pepper, in so many of their dishes. In fact, I've heard that a lot of Basque cooks don't really use like black pepper. They use Piment d'Espelette instead of black pepper. Like we use black pepper, they use Piment d'Espelette.
I've never heard of that before.
I know, it's
really good.
Yeah, it's a really cool thing. Now you can get this at there's a picture of the way you find it at most stores in a little jar like that. That's a classic jar, and you can get it like at Gateway. But I get mine at Allspice in the East Village, and he's got his own packaging for it. But don't be surprised. It's a little expensive, but a little goes a long way. It's not like you have to pour a lot in.
Yeah, you didn't put much in there.
No. So then I am going to.
You just kind of get them soft.
Yeah, you get them kind of soft. I would probably get them a little softer than this. You don't really want them crunchy. It's interesting. Europeans, we always in America in the 80s with Nouveau Cuisine. Remember we had green beans that were so hard that they squeaked in your mouth.
Yeah.
Most Europeans.
Some places still have them.
Yeah, that's kind of passé. It's not that you don't want them mushy.
Right.
We say crisp tender.
So
kind of just between the two. I always put my garlic in after everything else because otherwise it burns, and I hate burned garlic.
The taste of it. Okay.
Yeah. And then you throw in some tomatoes. And then you throw in some onions. And then you throw in some red peppers. And then you throw in some red peppers. And then you throw in some onions. And then you throw in some red peppers. And then you throw in some onions. And then you throw in some red peppers. And then you throw in some onions. And then you throw in some red peppers. 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 And then you throw in some red just canned tomatoes.
These are diced.
Yep, diced. You keep the juices in it.
Okay.
And then you're just going to let it cook down and just a little bit. You don't cook it a lot. It's not supposed to be a super stewed dish. It's supposed to have a certain amount of freshness and brightness to it. So that's what it will look like. After maybe about 3 or 4 minutes till it gets a nice saucy consistency. Now, if you want, what I do sometimes is put half of it in a food processor so it becomes more of a sauce-like consistency.
Okay.
But you don't have to. You can just serve it like this. I should also mention, if you can't find Piedmont d'Espelette, you can use paprika and cayenne pepper, just a little of both. I'm going to put this recipe on my website at All Things Food DSM.
All Things Food DSM.
All Things Food DSM. I'm sorry, that's Facebook. Facebook, All Things Food DSM, and it'll be the recipe that you can use. So here's what you do with it.
Man.
I think this stuff is tailor-made for eggs. I love to serve it on, like, if this is on an omelet, it's a French rolled omelet.
Okay.
I will show you sometime how to make a French roll.
My omelets look different than yours.
Well, I love French rolled omelets. So that you can put it on an omelet, and that's classic. To me, it's tailor-made for eggs. But if you don't want to make an omelet, scramble some eggs and put some of this sauce with it. It's beautiful. You can put it on a grilled chicken breast or a sautéed chicken breast. Now, if people are trying to, stick to their diets for January or the new year, this is a healthful way to eat.
Right.
And then you can also put it on fish. Those are the classic ways to do it.
It's very versatile, obviously, and it smells so good. And I've never smelled that spice before.
Isn't that good?
Yeah, it's really great.
Yeah. Well, enjoy. And I just wanted to show people what fun they can have with Spanish cuisine without having to be an expert. So.
Well, yeah, that wasn't hard to do at all, but you did a great job, and it smells wonderful. Winnie, thank you so much, as always, for being with us. We'll be right back.